offer a couple thoughts on the recruiting class. But like Matt said, General Manager Tyler Barnes will fill you in on all the details. He certainly runs the race from start to finish and has a lot of depth and perspective on all this stuff. So I'll turn over to Tyler here in a few minutes. But it was good to have a weekend off for everybody. I think everybody's tired after the game Friday. Really tough competitive football game and pretty extreme circumstances. So nice for everybody to have time to get back and just kind of relax a little bit. Some guys went home, other guys just stayed here, but gave them some time. And we'll take this week to recover a little bit. They had a light workout this morning. We'll probably go on the field for a little bit on Friday, but not much football this week, and just trying to give everybody a chance to get caught up on things, catch their breath, and recharge a little bit. I think it's really certainly important. The game, as I said, Friday night afterwards, was just a really tough, competitive, hard-fought game, and both teams really, I think, competed at a really high level. And again, I think the biggest takeaway is that little things, a lot of times, are really important, and sometimes defy the statistics at the end of the game. And I thought our guys did a lot of things really well. Start with ball security, still the most important statistic in football, and we've done a good job of that all season long. Certainly the other night that was a factor, and got to give Jackson credit there. His game stats weren't overwhelming by any means, but protected the football, made good decisions, good judgment out there. But just a lot of little things that took place. Special teams really jumped out. The punt before the last turnover, huge punt by Reese, and again, tough circumstances. Point out the plus 50 punt that Nestor killed inside just inside the goal line there. That was a play that we blew on Tuesday in practice, and had to repeat it right at the end of practice, circled back and got it right, and then certainly it showed up on the game. So just little things like that don't go maybe noticed by some people. And obviously Caleb's effort on that touchdown was phenomenal, but something probably nobody noticed. Nick DeYoung did a great job on that. He's playing the right tackle, next man in. His guy didn't rush like we expect him to or hoped he would, so Nick stayed engaged in the block, and that, along with the perimeter blockers, allowed that thing to get going, and then Caleb did the rest on his own. So you can't help but notice Caleb's great effort, but the little things that assisted the start of that play really made a big difference. The other thing I'd mention too is just our job our specialists did in the weather conditions, whether it be the snappers, the holders, punters, obviously the return guys. It's a little tricky in those kind of circumstances, that kind of condition, and our guys really played flawless there. So all those little things to me were really the matter of the deciding things for us, and just really proud of our guys, the way they fought through it. Really happy about the way we've been playing in November, and talk to our guys every year about that. November's a month where people are sore, you're tired, got a lot of guys injured, next man in stories. Weather typically is going to be unpredictable, and 2 weeks ago we had beautiful weather, game that went by script, and the other night we had tough weather and a game that didn't go by script. So just kind of emblematic of the way it is in November, and to me the teams that can focus through those things tend to do a little bit better. And just really proud of the guys, the way they played this past November, and really we've got a nice streak going since 19 right now, so we're going to try to keep building on that. But if you're going to win in football, you've got to be able to do that. So happy about that. The guys have played hard, they played competitively, and the good thing is we still have one more opportunity to play again. So really excited about that as well. I think it's a real important time right now for everybody just to step back a little bit, let things settle. A lot going on, and I addressed this a couple Sundays ago, coming off the last bye week we had. As we look forward, our guys are living in a world that's very different than 10 years ago. Players have always been thinking about the NFL, whether it's seniors, it's right around the corner for them, NFL opportunities. With that comes agents, and then certainly nowadays, you got underclassmen thinking about it more readily than maybe 10 years ago. So that's one more thing. And then, clearly things have changed now. The portal, NIL, revenue sharing, roster reductions, there's a million things going on, and a lot of people giving advice on all those topics too. So my encouragement a couple Sundays ago was let's put all that on the shelf, and that's what you got early December for. So right now our guys are taking time and working through some things. I know some guys have already made announcements about what they're going to do, and that's what this time period's for. So there's not a lot to say right now until things settle, and hopefully we get back on and get going in earnest. We'll know where our bowl trip is going to be on Sunday, and then we'll start shifting our focus a little bit. Hopefully we'll be settled by then. But my point is, there's a lot going on out there. And I applaud our guys for putting it aside for those last 2 weeks and just focusing on finishing strong. So happy about that. And really, the reality of it is, and it just kind of leaps into or transitions into this recruiting class. What we're looking for, guys that are going to fit well in our environment. Embrace the things that we think are important, and we want to recruit guys that understand hard work is necessary to be good at anything. Talk to our guys all the time about, like, if you're going to get something that's worth it, you got to earn it, and that's a degree. Nobody's going to hand you anything in the classroom. Certainly out there on the field, nobody hands you anything. It was evident Saturday or Friday night. And if you want playing time, awards, all those kinds of things, you got to go out and earn it. So we're trying to find guys that we think can embrace that, understand that, and embrace that. Our job is to help them understand that better as they get here. But it all starts with that. Obviously, there's a talent level that's requisite. We're not a big height, weight, speed team, but we're looking for guys that have the ability to play their positions well, and do things at their position, add to the football team, and obviously character I think is a huge part of the component too, because it's a tough race to run to be one of those seniors. 24 seniors got announced Friday night. That's a long, hard race, and it takes character to do that, and so that's a big part of it too. And if you look at two of the guys that are noteworthy guys on our football team, whether you talk about Jay Higgins, we've talked a lot about him, his story, way behind a really good player, and Jack Campbell, and then when he got his opportunity, he just took it and ran and did an unbelievable job. I think about Caleb, even as going back to August, I wasn't sure who our best running back was of the three. I think it's pretty evident right now, but it's evident because he made that happen, not us. He made that choice, really got focused year three, and the maturity, the experience, all those things came to his benefit, and he just did a wonderful job. So, those are the kind of stories that are fun. That's what we enjoy in coaching, I think, and being around players like those two and all the other guys we get to work with. So that's the best part about it. And so it transitions into this class. We've got 17 guys coming, joining us today. Really excited about that. 15 full scholarship guys, 2 guys that are preferred walk-ons, and we think very, very highly of all 17 guys. I think they embody the things I just talked about. Tara will detail these guys a little bit, but big thing for us is we're eager to get them here on campus. It's been fun to get to know them, get to know their families, and have them get to know us a little bit. It is a long, extensive process, and Tara's on the front end of each and every step of it, and does an awful lot of work behind the scenes. But it's not accidental how things come together. We're really excited about the guys, and it'd be great to get them here, whether it be this spring or next June. Really good to have them join us and